Hey friends, this is Seek Inward's channel. I'm Kiana, and I have for you a special series called the Medicine Wheel Yoga series that I've created based on my personal practice and wanting to go deeper with yoga and with the medicine wheel, the sacred medicine wheel used in Native American culture and practices. That was inspired by doing some deeper diving into my own ancestry. And I've created a series of 4 different sequences in relation to each direction. So we are starting with part 1, which will begin in the east, and we will begin with our mats oriented in the direction of the east as well. So I invite you to go ahead and set yourself up towards the direction of the east. If you need to take a moment to download an app on your phone to get a compass and figure out which direction that is, or grab a compass, I invite you to do that as well. Otherwise, grab your blocks if you have any. You can use a stack of books as well. Use whatever is handy and whatever is safe. Feel free to grab a bolster, a pillow, whatever is comfortable for you, and I will meet you on the mat. Seek Inwards is not a licensed physician or healthcare provider. Please consult your physician regarding any recommendations, applications of exercise, physical activity, herbs, and/or alternative health lifestyle tips before beginning or implementing any program or suggestions shared on this channel. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is up to you and your own discretion to determine your capability in participating in any physical activity. Seek Inwards will not be held reliable for any possible injuries. If you engage in any exercise program, you agree that you are doing so at your own risk and are assuming all risk of injury to yourself. All techniques and suggestions shared are not to be replaced or substituted for proper medical care. Meditation, yoga, herbs, and alternative lifestyle practices can be implemented as part of an overall treatment plan when monitored by a trusted healthcare provider. And we'll begin in easy seat, facing the east. So we'll go ahead and change your body position if necessary to do that now. And we will begin with breath of fire. So breath of fire is a breath that will create heat in the body, and our inhales will be passive and our exhales will be more forceful. So turning towards you for a moment here so you can see. We're going to start with just a regular inhale. And when we exhale, we're going to press our belly into in towards our spine. So, and we can do this through the mouth or the nose. And if you notice, the inhale is very natural and very passive. So exhaling with that force into the core and inhaling naturally on your inhale beat. So we're going to take 10 breaths of fire, and at the very end we're going to hold our exhale for about 5 counts, and then we will inhale our rebound breath and we'll hold our inhale for 5 counts. I have nuts and things falling from the trees around me, so if you hear any noises, thank the squirrels. So to begin, we will take regular inhale, and we'll begin with our breath of fire. Hold on the exhale. Inhale at the top of the breath. Hold for 5 counts here. And exhale, release fully. And just come back into your regular breathing here. Notice any energy, anything that may have changed just from those 10 breaths. Should start to feel some heat activating in the body and a sense of clearing. And we'll go ahead and lie down on the backs, still facing the east. So extending the legs forward, and the arms out to the sides, and bring your palms face up towards the sky for receiving, being open to receiving energy. And just feel the earth supporting you, supporting your back. Tuning into your breath and shutting the eyes down. You can let out a sigh if that feels good for you. The east is associated with new beginnings, the season of the springtime, the color yellow or gold, the element of the air. And a sense of renewal or rebirth. Keeping the eyes shut down here. Begin to allow that color, gold or yellow, to come into your mind's eye, to filter through the top of your head, down through your third eye, through your throat, down into your heart center, down into your core, into your stomach, into your gut, into your roots, flowing down through the outer extremities, through the arms and through the legs, just filling your body and embracing every cell in your body as you breathe in and out. And allow it to come through your heels and exit the bottom of your feet, the soles of your feet, and ground you into the earth. And staying connected to that golden light and to your breath. You can begin to bring in your guides or any animals or colors, again staying with the color yellow or gold. Bring in animals or winged ones that are connected to the element of air or spring. And invite them to guide you through this journey. It may come in the form of a hawk or an eagle, anything that resonates with you here. Invite them, welcome them, and thank them for being here with you. And keeping the eyes shut down, I will read the affirmation or prayer for the medicine of the East. And I invite you to repeat the words back inward towards yourself. Spirit Keeper of the East, I call on you to enter into my circle now. I give thanks to you. You are the direction of new beginnings and new growth. East Spirit, you lift me higher than I've ever been. I see many old situations from points of view I never noticed before. You bring the dawn's light, a virgin light to my weary mind. East Spirit, when I allow your energy to reach my heart and my consciousness, I begin to grow, to unfold with freshness and beauty. I dare to dream deep, wondrous dreams. I see the possibilities that truly exist to make the impossible happen. I am recharged, eager to begin again, blanketed with determination. Allow the words to trickle over your body here, noticing what has been invited into your space. Tuning into your breath. And we will bring the knees into center, into our chest, wrapping the arms around the legs. Go ahead and roll side to side, releasing that tension or energy of yesterday's work in the lower back. Rolling from side to side, or maybe taking some small circles in each direction. And go ahead and make your way to fetal position. So letting the feet touch the ground, letting the legs fall to the right, taking your right arm underneath your head and your left arm between the two legs. And shut the eyes down here, just tuning into that sense of rebirth and renewal. Begin to bring the palms down to the earth, pressing your way all the way back up to seated. And we'll come to table. So planting the arms out in front of you, bringing the knees directly under the hips, and tucking the toes underneath here. And we'll begin to move the weight into our lower half of our body, so pressing back onto the feet, widening the knees out to the sides, and reaching the arms forward as far as possible. Rounding that upper back, releasing in the shoulders and letting the head hang towards the earth. Breathing into that back body, feeling that stretch along the back body as we breath, as we use our inhales and exhales. And just noticing how simply, just by using our breath, we can feel that micro movement of stretching and releasing. Pressing fully into our feet, rounding down. Keeping a micro bend in the knees as we roll all the way up slowly to standing Tadasana. Very, very slow, very gentle. And once you get to the top, rolling the shoulders forward, up, and back. Taking a few moments here to tune into your breath. We'll bring the arms up above the head, reaching up towards the sky. Take the left arm and gently, gently bend towards your right side bend, stretching that left side of the body. Inhale back up to center. Switch the clasping of your wrist, so grabbing onto the right wrist this time with the left hand, bending very, very gently to the left side. Feeling that right stretch on the right side of the body. With the arms reaching up towards the sky, envisioning that golden light, that yellow light, and bringing it back down through center, down through your core. Exhaling as you get to the bottom. Inhaling all the way up to the sky with the rising sun, bringing that beautiful golden light, that golden power down through your core, down through your center. One more time with the flow of your breath, inhaling all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bringing your palms down through center. And we're going to move all the way down into forward fold. So bending the knees, bending at the hips, reaching the arms towards the ground. You can grab a block here and lift yourself up, lift the ground up to meet you. Keeping a micro bend in the knees. Holding forward. Over your knees. Tuning into your breath here. Letting the neck and the shoulders release. Next inhale, begin to plant the hands into the earth, bringing the knees down to the earth, coming into table, preparing for cat-cow. Knees are under hips, shoulders are in line with the wrists. And moving very, very slowly through cat-cow, and with your inhales and exhales, lower the belly down towards the earth, opening up the chest. Inhaling and exhale, bringing that belly up towards the spine and the sky, feeling that rounding of the back. Continuing to move with your breath, continuing to move so slowly. One of my teachers says the slower we go, the faster we arrive. And I think the slower that we move, the more available we are to noticing those micro movements and those areas of tension in the body, those areas of release in the body, and we're able to notice them more readily and with more presence. So continuing to tune into your breath here and bring your inhales to create space in the areas where you feel that tension, and allow your exhales to release that tension. And take 3 more breaths here. Beginning to move the hips in a circle. Or any organic movement that feels right for you. Can move in a kind of a coffee grinder, what I imagine a coffee grinder movement, kind of moving the core, around in a circle. And we can begin to bring the arms out in front of us, keeping the hips where they are. For puppy pose, if that feels good for you, bring the chest and the head down to the earth. This will be a pretty intense stretch in the chest and the back for some. Another option is to go straight to child's pose with the knees wide. Bringing the arms forward and the head down to rest. Taking 3 to 5 breaths here. Begin to walk the hands back towards the feet, curling the toes under, pressing back all the way onto the heels. And as we roll up this time, I invite you to gently bounce. Bouncing all the way up. Nothing too forceful. Then eventually, if it feels good for you, you can come into lifting feet off the ground, turning in a circle. Just let the body kind of go limp. And imagine you're shaking dead bark off of you. If you are a tree, shaking off what's no longer needed. And start to come back into that gentle bouncing. And I'll have you pause in standing pose and mountain pose here and just take a moment to watch me as I explain this next move that we're going to do. So we're going to come with feet hip distance apart, or you can come with the feet together. And we're going to raise the arms up as we inhale, keep a micro bend in the knees. And we're going to inhale, fill our lungs and our bodies with that positive energy, that fresh air. And as we exhale, we're going to bend our knees and throw away what's no longer needed, throw away that negative energy. I'm going to exhale through the mouth, so it will sound like this. So we're going to do this all together now. We'll do this 3 times. So inhaling, reaching all the way up towards the sky, imagining that positive energy filling up from the tips of your hands down to the tips of your feet. Exhale, release. 2 more times, inhaling all the way up. Exhale, release. And from here, I'll have you come back down to hands and knees, making your way down to seated. We're going to keep a gentle bend in the knees as we reach and lengthen our spine up towards the sky and forward fold gently. So when you're folding forward, keep your spine lengthened, and if you start to feel yourself rounding, back off a little bit. So keep your spine nice and straight and let your hands fall wherever's comfortable for you. So either on the mat, on the shins, or on the feet, whatever's accessible for you. And from here you can let the head fall in. remembering to connect to your breath. And we'll go ahead and come back down onto our backs. So I'm sliding the bum forward just a bit. And if you want to take a block here, we're going to do legs up the wall pose. So if you have a block, you'll take it and put it right in the sacrum area. So that's the little triangle on your back, right about here. So you'll place that with the block long ways and skinny ways. Otherwise, keep your back flat on the ground, and you can kind of tuck the pelvis up and under to make sure it's nice and flat and there's no curve in the spine. You can press your palms down and alongside you. You can also do this posture against a wall. So we'll lift one leg up first, and you'll feel the core activated as you begin to reach your other leg, both legs up in the air. We'll stay here for about 30 seconds, tuning into the breath and allowing our hearts to get a bit of a rest. When we come into inversion poses, it allows our heart to not work as hard. You can point and flex the feet if you like, or you can keep them still. And you can feel free to shut the eyes down here, continuing to tap into your breath. And slowly begin to take one leg down, and then the other, down to the floor. And come into Shavasana. So extending the legs out forward, the arms out to the sides. And this time, let's flip our palms face down to the earth for grounding. You can slide your shoulders towards each other and behind your back to open up the chest a bit more. Raising the chin towards the sky. Shutting the eyes down. And I invite you to repeat the remainder of this prayer inward towards yourself as I read it aloud. Where shallow, dry ground was, deep, fertile soil now exists. Where dead ends blocked me, bright new walkways beckon me. I willingly let go of hopelessness, weakness, and gloom. I am now in the dawn time, ye Spirit, guide me through. Help my higher self to feed on the fruit of illumination and vision. Remind me not to be carried away and neglect my body's needs. Help me recognize where my physical boundaries are. Discretion is wise. Without it, too many directions at once will weaken me. Help me see the clear path. And allowing these words to settle over you. Your ally may come back into your mind's eye here, a visual of a winged one, and allow them to give you an aerial perspective an aerial view of your life, and trust that they are present for you whenever you need them. And from Shavasana, go ahead and turn onto your left side into fetal position, bending the knees, turning towards the left. Left arm is underneath the head. Right arm goes between the legs. Remembering that sense of renewal, that sense of rebirth here. And we can always come here to begin again. We don't have to wait for a new day or a new year to set those intentions. We can create that in any moment if we choose. Releasing the hands to press back into the earth and come up to easy seat. Again, facing the east. Take a moment to notice your breath. Notice any sensations in your body, any emotions or feelings or thoughts, smells, sounds, colors, taste. Give thanks to your guides, to yourself, to the medicine of the East. Bring palms to heart center. Thank you for joining me today and connecting to our very important and accessible guides. And this completes part 1 of the 4 directions in the Medicine Wheel yoga series. Thank you so much for your time and energy. Oh, so it is. So if you are doing this series all together, the next class, the next video will orient you with the next direction, and we'll begin in the direction of the south. We'll see you there.